Hello everyone and welcome to the next in our series of daily origami for YouTube. Today we're going to continue with our theme of looking at some traditional origami, and today we're going to make what's called like a water bird. I'm assuming this is a bird that likes to float in lakes and could be construed to be many different kinds of birds for that matter. So kind of look at it and see what you want to call it. But I'm going to be using some paper here that just regular origami paper, 15 by 15 centimeters, and I'll let you guys know the dimensions when we're done. If you do this right, it can stand up, and you can also use it as a two-dimensional project, so either way works. Got my little paper here. We're going to start off with the color side facing down. Go ahead and fold your paper in half diagonally, making it into a big triangle. And then open everything up. We're going to take each of these top outer edges and roll them into the center. Try to get them as close to the center there as you can. And to this side too. Once that's completed, then I want to go ahead and actually fold everything out. And so I'm just going to reverse the crease I've already made here and allow this to fold in half right along that center. So get something like this. Then I'm going to take the pointy orange tip here and we're going to kind of fold it up. And you can kind of decide here, this is where the neck of the bird is going to be. You probably want to give yourself a couple of centimeters here at the base. And then try to create a angle here that's creating a parallel line to that edge if you can. So get that crease started first, and then open it up, and what we're going to do is reverse this inside. So if you kind of open things up, you notice that the back crease is already going the right way, so we can kind of just push in on that. We're going to reverse the center part, bring it together, and then slowly bring this part together too, so you wind up reversing that crease as well. So something like this. Then I'm going to take everything and we're going to make another crease. So I want to make it come right down into this little crevice where those two edges meet. And you can kind of play around with the angle of this. It's up to you of how sharp you want things to be. But I'll make a crease there. And then I'm just going to reverse that as well. And this time kind of push down. The back is right again, and the front needs to be reversed until we can get the head sticking out like so. Now I'm going to go ahead and kind of open up this head area here, and I'm going to fold the tip up so that it goes to a point that would exist if there was like an invisible line that went between these 2 points. Close everything up again. And then I'm going to take the little part that's in there and we're just going to pull a little of it out. And you just want to give yourself just a tiny little bit in here. Really not very much. And you can kind of play with it. You're reversing it out again, and then you can kind of play with the angle if you want of how far that kind of comes out there at the top. So you get something like this. And then the last little bit is we're just going to take some of this back part here to make a wing. And I think it works good because you don't want to necessarily crease these little flaps here because those look like little wings there. So we're making the tail feather, excuse me. So I want to just kind of reverse some of this up. And you can kind of just, you don't need to make the pre-crease, we can just do it now. I'm going to choose a point here where I can kind of pinch down, that's about how far I want things. Push up from in here, reverse that crease, and then we can kind of adjust things as we go. We want it to come up straight through everything, and ideally try to get it so that it creates a nice clean edge here on the side. Get that smoothed out, and again try not to include these little flaps with any of the creasing. And that should give you your finished little bird. Now I'll tell you guys the dimensions of this guy. About from beak to tail feathers is about 11, and maybe height-wise about 9. 9 centimeters tall and 11 centimeters wide. But a fun little bird that you can do for, you know, setup, displays, greeting cards, all sorts of fun things like that. So that should give you our finished project for today. Thanks so much for watching, and we'll see you next time.